Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Steve Callaway here, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we're here with Angelina Jordan. This is an interview with Angelina Jordan's mom, Sarah. English subtitles. Let's get busy.
Jeg ble helt stum. Tusen takk for alle som har støttet henne og oss hele veien. Vi er veldig takksomme. Tusen takk.
Du virker veldig rørt. Er det sånn at du...
Det er jeg.
Men hva tenker du? Altså, hvordan ser du på tiden fremover nå?
Nei, jeg tenker at nå har hun vært med på det programmet, og det har jo vært en helt fantastisk opplevelse for henne. At hun går tilbake til det normale.
Men når du sier normale, blir det da skal hun tilbake til skolen, eller skal hun tilbake til sangen?
Vi er veldig for at hun skal ha en normal oppvekst, det er vi. Absolutt. Og så hun skal fortsatt synge. Og det er det beste hun vet, og så lenge hun vil, skal vi absolutt støtte henne.
Hvordan har det vært å følge Angelina gjennom dette?
Det har vært helt fantastisk. Vi har gitt henne masse kjærlighet, og det har alle gjort. Så nei, det har vært fin tid, altså. Det har det.
Hvordan vil du, altså nå er det jo veldig mye fokus, og det er mye oppmerksomhet, og kommer dere til å prøve å skjerme henne?
Absolutt, det vil jeg si. Ja.
Hun har jo fått veldig mye oppmerksomhet, også i utenlandsk presse. Hva tenker du om det å satse internasjonalt?
Jeg tror ikke jeg vil si noe mer akkurat nå, men nå har vi tenkt å kose oss. Her er Angelina, og her er Mia.
Ja, hva skal dere gjøre nå?
Nei, det blir feiring med familie.
So, I think all of you that are regular visitors to this channel or any of Angelina's other reactors or her channels, you know, I think most of you are familiar with Angelina's mom, Sarah. A very nice, very gracious lady. And, you know, all the kudos in the world to her for raising such a wonderful child. I don't know about it in Norway, but in this country, that's a little bit tough to do. It may be tough in Norway too. I don't know what the differences are, but she's done just a great job, and she's also, of course, has another daughter, Juliet, who's also a special human being. I've met Sarah briefly a couple of times at some of the concerts, just, you know, to say a few words, nothing out of the ordinary. And I've been very impressed with her. Angelina has the same interview style. Somebody asks them a question, they answer the question. They stop. They don't always embellish or add. Sometimes, once in a while they do, but not very frequently. Me, I don't know. I can't be the only one that does this. I have a difficult time answering a simple question simply. I have to tell a story to illustrate my answer. Why? I don't know. I think I've always kind of been that way. But, now, because to me, my answer to a certain question may require what I consider to be some background as to why I would arrive at that conclusion. Way too much information. People are saying, how come he's telling me a story? I just asked him a simple question. It's a yes or no answer. Yeah. Well, so for some people like me, it's not that easy, okay? But Sarah, whenever I've seen her, she accommodates everyone who comes up to her. She's very nice. You know, if they want to take a picture, she takes a picture. She doesn't seem to hurry anything. Everything's kind of relaxed. And it's not like a mill where, you know, you can put people in a line and they come up one at a time. It's not like that. When I've seen her interacting with the public, people are all around her. They're not, you know, pushing up against, you know, trying to crowd in or anything. But they're around there and they happen to notice that she's talking to people, and they talk and ask questions, and, you know, everybody's polite. I think a lot of that comes from her demeanor. She's very relaxed, calm, nice. She's also very polite. So I think people respond back and like kind. You know, if they feel like they're going to get their chance, no hurry. You know, I think then it's a more relaxed environment rather than, you know, sounding like a bunch of news reporters at a news event where they're all yelling out the questions at the same time, all different questions, right? They're afraid you're not going to be able to get an answer. Well, you know, that's a little bit different environment. So and it's nice of Sarah to come out to talk to the crowd because, you know, she doesn't have to do that, I would think. But it's nice of her to do that, and we're certainly interested in talking to her and see how she thinks about things. So with that said, this was a nice little interview, and I find it interesting at the end. She said, well, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Let's get back to Angelina having fun. So there's Mama at work, right? She did a fair amount, and then now it's time to get back to. I think she was It sounded to me like she was avoiding the question about whether or not there was any international projects in the works. As we know, Angelina came to the same year that she won Nobody's Got Talent. She was on The View, singing "Fly Me to the Moon." With Rosie O'Donnell, not singing with Rosie O'Donnell, but Rosie O'Donnell was the host. So that'll do it. We'll see you on the next. We'll see you on the next interview. These interviews, I love going back and revisiting these, and I've already found at least one I've never seen before. So that's great. Let's go ahead and keep going. Bye bye.